Hey, welcome everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and we're going to get the day started with a number 7 of the series of Fall Classic Baseball tutorials. I'm real excited about this game. When I learn a new game, when I pick up a new game, I play it for 30 days, at least 3 innings per day minimum, and I start feeling really comfortable after a certain amount of time, and the game becomes a lot more fluid and a lot more fun. So this game is start number 20 for Tom Seaver, July 26, 1967. It's New York versus San Francisco. So we are uh, in the Bay, if you will, and the Mets are bringing it with Harrelson at shortstop, Phil Lindes, second baseman, Eddie Charles, the third baseman, Tommy Davis, the left fielder, Ron Swoboda batting fifth, the right fielder. Batting sixth is Cleon Jones in center field. Eddie Kranepool, the seventh place batter at first base, Jerry Grody, the catcher, and Tom Seaver, the pitcher. Seaver's a C pitcher, by the way. Both pitchers are. Then for the Giants, it's going to be Jesus Alou, another one of the Alou brothers. They're starting all over town. He's in right field. Bobby Etheridge, the third baseman. Willie Mays in center field. Jim Ray Hart in left field. Batting fifth is Jack Hyatt, the first baseman. Tom Haller, the catcher, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Hal Lanier, the shortstop. Batting eighth is Tito Fuentes, the second baseman. And Ray Sadecki is the pitcher, batting ninth. And Ray Sadecki is soon to be a Met. So we're going to get started with this tutorial. Now, we're using fast action cards, and we roll a d20 for certain results that the game will ask us for. We start off looking at the batter. Jones, Ed Kranepool, and Jerry Grody leading it off. The score right now is 2-0 Mets. Seaver's pitched 3 scoreless. A bit of trouble in the second with a single and a 2-out single and an error that he committed, that Seaver committed, and that put runners on first and second. But then he struck out Tito Fuentes. So we're going to start pulling cards, and I'll show you how to do this. Let me fix my robe. I have to go to work today, so this is going to be a short 3-inning, maybe take 30 minutes. All right, we pull a card. Now, you get columns at the top. The top one is the D36, and that's the first one we roll, 2D6, and you take the large red one first. So in this case, it would be a 3-2. We roll the 3-2. The red is a 3. The 2 is a white, and it's going to be a 32. 32 on Cleon Jones. Let's look. And that is going to be a blank. So when it's a blank, we go over to Sadecki's C column, because that's what we roll at the beginning of the game. We rolled a 17, and that falls within the 15 to 20 range. So we're going to look at the 32, and what does it say? It says an out. Now, that's generic, of course. We're going to pull a card, and it's going to show us what kind of an out. It's a line out to the left fielder. And of course, it gives us a little additional information. It says if the white die is a 1, the left fielder makes a sliding catch, and there's a runner on first. He gets caught on base thinking it fell safely. It adds information if you need it. So that's a nice thing about this game. It's got a lot of detail. They spent a lot of time thinking it through. Well done game. You're going to see a lot of it on my channel. It's going to be a 62 now. 62 Eddie Kranepool. He's a left-handed hitter, and that's going to be a blank. So when there's a blank, you go to Sadecki 62. That's going to be a strikeout. Swing and a miss by Kranepool, and that is strikeout number 5 for Ray Sadecki. So he's coming out strong today, although he did give up a couple of runs in the inning with 3 hits. Struggled in the first, but since then he pretty much settled down. Jerry Grody. We're looking at the 4th column because it's the 4th inning. That's I got some food. All right, so we'll get that in a minute. That's a 53. That's going to be a range play, okay? And it says it at the bottom of the card. Well, actually, it doesn't say at the bottom of the card, but it is a range play. It says it on the board. It's going to be the shortstop. So we're going to roll 1d6. We want it to be low. It's a 7. I'm pretty sure that's within the shortstop, Hal Lanier's range. We roll the 7 because that's pretty low. Let's see what happens. It's got to be within his range. His range is at the bottom of the card. Actually, it's at the top of the card, and his range of shortstop is very high at 15. So he gets to that ball, and he throws out Grody for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, just like that. No runs, no hits. Go to the bottom of the 4th. We're going to play 3 innings till the 7th here. I'm going to play the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. I usually start off when I play new games. I play them off. I play them in that. I chunk them. I play the first 3 innings, the second 3 innings, and the third 3 innings. Sometimes when I have the time and I'm focused and it's moving fast, I'll play the whole thing. Willie Mays leading off against Tom Terrific. Again, remember we're looking at that 4th column. Why? Because it's the 4th inning. And it's a 64, so we're going to look at Willie Mays. 64 is a blank. And we're going to go to the C column because pitcher Seaver is also a pitcher C. A 64 is an out, so 1 away. Now, what kind of an out? He's a righty, right? Yep, Mays is a righty, so it's a ground ball to short, picked up by Harrelson, throw to first, and in time they get Willie Mays. All right. Jim Ray Hart. Jim Ray Hart batted .289 with 29 home runs, so he is a force to contend with here. So he had a great season for San Francisco in 1967. Here's a pitch. Again, it's a 4. That's a 35. 35 is a blank. We're going to go to Seaver C, and that is going to be an out. 2 away. And what kind of an out? It's going to be, he's a righty. It's going to be grounded to third. Picked up by third baseman Charles, and he throws out Ray Hart, Jim Ray Hart. And now it's Jack Hyatt. Jack Hyatt batted .275 with 6 home runs and 153 at bats. So proportionally, he would hit 24 home runs if he had played the whole season. Not a bad year. So he's got a decent card. Here's a pitch, a wind from Tom Terrific. And a 4 is a 34. 34 is a blank. We go to 34 here, and that is a ground ball and through the left side for a base hit, 2-out single for Jack Hyatt, who's an A speed, so average speed. Good to know that. All right, so left-handed batter Tom Haller. He batted .251 with 14 home runs. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. That's a 4. That's going to be a 12. 12 is an out, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and we go to the top of the 5th. This game plays very easily. It's a lot of fun. It's beautiful cards. It flows well. It's got lots of detail, but it doesn't bog down. It's got amazing fast action cards. Very easy to read, very detailed, very easy to understand. All right, so Tom Seaver's up. We're going to look at column 5 because we're in the 5th inning. That's 23, and that is a strikeout. So Tom Seaver swings and misses at a fastball from Ray Sadecki. They will soon be teammates. I think he's already on the team by 73. Here's a pitch from Sadecki to Buddy Harrelson, batting from the right side. That's a 5. It's a 56, and that's usually a strikeout, and it is. So back-to-back Ks, and now Sadecki has 7 Ks. Sadecki struck out 145 in 188 innings. Phil Linz reached on an error and walked. This is his 3rd time around. And again, we're looking at column 5 at 22. 22 is a double. That's usually a hit, but not in this case because Linz only batted .207. So he makes out, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. All right. Here is Hal Lanier in the bottom of the 5th. The score is 2-0 Mets. Lanier batted .213. Not really a threat, but these are the guys that'll get you. So we're looking at column 5 because it is the 5th inning. That's a 12, and that's going to be he's a righty, so that's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Waiting back is Harrelson. Now charges, fires to first, and high throw, but nice stretch by the first baseman, Eddie Kranepool. 1 away. And it's Tito Fuentes. Here's the pitch from Tom Terrific. It's a 62. 62 is a blank. And 1 to 12 is a K. And we can just roll. And that is a strikeout. That's strikeout number 2 for Terrific. And now it's Ray Sadecki. Hopefully we can get the pitcher here. We don't have to worry. Remember, it's the 5th inning. It's a 12, and it is an out. And that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits. So even though they're C pitchers, your best grade, each pitcher has three columns. And that's his stuff for the day. His normal stuff, his really best stuff, and then his below average stuff. Today, both pitchers rolled on their below average stuff, but it's still a close game. So it doesn't mean that they're gonna, pitch horribly, but it does mean you have to keep a close eye on what's going on. Again, we're doing a tutorial, number 7, 3 innings. It's about 25 minutes of Fall Classic baseball. I'm going over it carefully. We have Ed Charles here in the top of the 6th inning. Ed Charles, Tommy Davis, and Ron Swoboda. This is the 1967 Mets. Seaver's first rookie season. I've always wanted to play that. I started actually playing it with Back to Basics, but then switched to 1970 because I knew I was going to get this. All right, we're looking at column 6 because this is the 6th inning, and a 55 is a doubles. That's usually a hard hit ball, and it falls into left center field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Ed Charles. Tommy Davis, the Mets' best hitter, batted .302 with 16 home runs. He's up. It's a right-handed hitter. Here's a pitch from the lefty Sadecki. We're looking at a 6. It's a 45. 45 is going to be an out. This could be a double play. I don't know if it's a ground ball or a fly ball that's lifted to right. On the run is Jesus and runs it down in the gap. 1 away. It's Ronnie Swoboda. Swoboda is 1 for 2. He singled in the first and drove in a run. Here's Swoboda. Here's a pitch. Again, we're looking at column 6 because the 6th inning, that's a 41. 41 is a blank. When it's a blank on the batter card, you look on the pitcher card. We look on the column C because that's what we rolled at the beginning. We rolled a 17, and column C is 15 to 20. So we got a 41, and a 41 is going to be a ball 4. So a 1-out walk that puts runners on first and second now. And it's Cleon Jones. Cleon Jones batted .246 with 5 home runs. Not a lot of power, but had a much better year in '69. So here's a pitch. This is a 6. A 6 is a 23. 23 is going to be a strikeout. So he swings and misses at a curveball that's out of the strike zone. Not happy with himself with 2 men on. And here's Steady Eddie Kranepool. He had a good season. Batted .269 with 10 home runs. That's pretty good for 1967. Here's a pitch from Ray Sadecki. Lefty on lefty here. That's a 6. That's a 66. Uh-oh. 66 usually is a home run number. And it's a 1 to 2 is a home run. 3 to 17 is a double. 18 is a triple. And this is the quadruple splits. This is, remember, think of Stratomatic. This is a combination of Apple and Stratomatic right here. That's a 20. A 20 is going to be a base hit single. Now with 2 outs, we have Ed Charles, who's an average runner at second base. So the card's going to let us know if he scores or not. And I'm going to look at where it says 2 to home. So I want to go from second to home. And it says holes, just like that. So he holes up at third base. It's going to load the bases. Wow. Too bad. Mets miss out. I thought they'd score a run there for sure. And of course, every card gives you a different result. And that's in the bottom right. So these fast action cards with this game are a must. Fall Classic Baseball. What a fun game this is. The score is 2 to 0. Mets are trying to pick up a couple more insurance runs. The bases are loaded, and it's Jerry Grody. Jerry Grody batted .195 with 4 home runs. He played in 120 games for the Mets, batting in the lower parts of the batting order, so he doesn't have a ton of at-bats. And here's the pitch to Grody. See if we can get a big hit here off of Sadecki. And again, we're looking in column 6 because we're in the 6th inning, and that's an 11. 11 is going to be an out, and that's going to retire the side. And I could look at what type of out it is. He's a righty, so it's going to be a grounded to short. The shortstop Lanier flips to the second baseman Fuentes, and that retires the side. The Mets leave the bases loaded. No runs, 2 hits, a walk. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Sears pitched 5 innings of shutout ball. And now he's going to become a B pitcher. So he moves up. That's a house rule. After 5 innings, you become a B pitcher. So now he's a B. And that is this is based on APA. APA has a similar modifier. All right, so it's going to be Jesus Alou. It's getting started. Here's a pitch, and that's a 13. 13 is an out, 1 away. Bobby Etheridge, who batted .226 with 1 home run. Not much of a hitter. Hope everybody's doing well out there. We're doing Fall Classic Baseball tutorial session number 7. It's a 3-inning session. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Bobby Etheridge is up. He's a right-handed batter. All the information on the cards is very clear, very easy to read. The cards are beautiful. They're kind of glossy, not as thick maybe as not as thick as Payoff Pitch. They kind of have a little bit of give to them, but they are glossy and just very clean. It's black over white. The font is fairly large, so you can read them. I don't know if you can see that. Very easy to read. So that's something that's very important to me. I don't like cards that are just, cluttered with information in that small font. All right, so there's 1 out. Bobby Etheridge. Seaver moved up. He was a C, but he's pitched 5 innings, 5 shutout innings. And so has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so has Ray Sadecki. So he's going to move up to a B pitcher as well. So both pitchers are Bs now. All right, and here's a pitch. We pull a fast action card. This is a must. And we're looking at column 6 because, again, this is the 6th inning. It's a 26. A 26 is going to be against a lefty, it's a single. Otherwise, it's going to be an out. Seaver's a righty, so that's out number 2. What kind of an out is it? Well, you pull the card as a fly ball, center field. That's in the gap, and after it is Jones. Will he get there? Yes, he does, and he robs Bobby Etheridge of at least a single, if not a double. 2 outs, and it's Willie Mays. Willie Mays is 0 for 2 today. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. It's a 45. 45 is a blank. On a Seaver, 45 is going to be an out, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down for Tom Terrific. So this has gone very, very fast. So we're going to play 1 more inning for the tutorial. Tom Terrific is up versus Ray Sadecki. Now, you got to check out the batter's face. Ray Sadecki has 34, and he's going to be going 27. Seaver has 36, and Seaver has gone 18, 21. All right, so let's pull a card for Tom Terrific. Let's see. It's top of the 7th. That's a 33. 33 is ground ball. Out, 1 away. Here is Buddy Harrelson. 1 out. That's a 7. That's a 55, and that is a little bloop, a little Texas leaguer that dunks in there. So, and with his second hit of the day is Buddy Harrelson, and that's a plus sign. A plus sign tells you that he's going to run. Now, at the bottom right gives you a 4. That means he's got to roll 4 or less to get the jump. And we roll a 16, so there's no jump for Buddy, so he stays at first. It's Phil Lynn's. Phil Lynn's hit and run is a C, so he's not very good. So I will forego the hit and run here at the top of the 7th inning. It's a 2-0 game. So let's pull a card. Here's Ray Sadecki. We're looking in column 7. You see it's got 11 columns on these cards because each column could represent an inning. A lot of guys do it a different way. You can pick just 1 column the whole game if you want. I just like to change. It's good for my brain. This is a 7. It's a 32. 32 on Lynn's card is a blank. When it's a blank, we're going to go to the pitcher. He's a B now because he's gone 5 innings, shutout innings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my house rule. He's a B. And we said it was a 32, and that's going to be an out. But with a runner on first, we're going to have to see what kind of an out. And he is a righty batter. 32, it says, okay. It's a 4-6-3 double play, but if the second baseman has a W arm, he only gets a fielder's choice. So he's the pivot guy, right? Oh, no, it went to second base. So the pivot guy's a shortstop. So let's see if second baseman is going to be Fuentes. Let's see what kind of an arm. Did I write his arm? No, I did not write Fuentes' arm, which I should have. See, it makes it easier. That way you don't have to look at it. His arm at second base is an average arm. So he does not have a weak arm, so he's going to get a 4-6-3 double play. That retires the side. No runs. 1 hit. Bottom of the 7th. Jim Ray Hart. Jim Ray Hart is 0 for 2, but he had a heck of a season in 1967. Hit 29 home runs, batted .289. And it's Tom Seaver here in the 7th inning. He's pitching a shutout, pitching a 2-hit shutout so far. He's got 2 strikeouts. And right-handed hitter Jim Ray Hart steps in the box. It's 2-0 Mets. We're doing a tutorial here for Fall Classic Baseball. All right, we pull a card. We are still in the 7th inning, so we're going to look in column 7 to 62. 62 is a blank. When it's blank on the batter card, you look at Seaver's 62, and that's a strikeout. And that is K number 3. So he blows a fastball by the flailing Jim Ray Hart. Jack Hyatt, who's 1 for 2. He batted .275 with 6 home runs. Seaver checks the side, winds and deals. It's a 7. That's a 46. 46 versus only a lefty. It's a single. Oh, actually, it's a ballpark. 46 is a ballpark. I was looking at 26. So this gives me a chance to show you how to use the ballpark card. We're in San Francisco. So we grab the ballpark card and we draw a 20. That 20 says it's a 13. 13, he's a right-handed batter. So you look on the right-handed side. The 13 is going to be popped up, foul ground. And that's the first baseman over near the stands, reaches in and makes the catch. Knocked over some popcorn and some beer. He apologizes to the fans. And that is out number 2. All right, so with 2 outs, it's Hal Lanier. Pull a card. We're going to look at column 7. It's a 24. 24 is a hit by pitch 1 to 3. It's a 13, and that's going to be an out. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits. Again, we're doing a 3-minute tutorial, but we're going to just extend it a little bit. Since it's moving so clean and so fast, it's going to be a third-place hitter here for the Mets, leading off the top of the 8th inning. It's going to be Ed Charles. And he's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more, 7. He'll go to an A pitcher. So this is, we're looking at 8. 8 is going to be 41. 41 on Ed Charles is a blank. We look at a B pitcher, 41, and that's ball 4. So it's a walk. So Ed Charles is 1 for 3, and now he has a walk. He's been on base twice. Tommy Davis, Mets best hitter. Here's a pitch. Oh, we've gone 27. Let's see how many we can go. We can go 34. So we're looking at an 8 to 62. 62 is a blank. When it's a blank on the batter, you go to the pitcher under the column. He is now 62. That's a strikeout. Gets him with a curveball. 1 on, 1 out. Ron Swoboda. Ron Swoboda is 1 for 2. Singled in the first, drove in a run, walked in the 6th. Swoboda batted .281 with 13 home runs and 450 at bats. And we're looking at an 855, and that is a drive, a double, a triple, or a single. It's a drive in the gap. Will it split the outfielders? That's the question. Let's throw that D20, and it's going to be a 4, which is going to be a triple. That's going to split the outfielders, go all the way to the wall. Scoring easily is Ed Charles around second, and hustling for third is Ron Swoboda. Here's a relay, and not in time. So it's a triple, RBI triple, and the Mets lead at 3-0. Cleon Jones, infield is in. Here is, let me see, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. We can go 34. We're at 32. That's an 8. That's a 64. 64 is a blank. And it's going to be an out. What kind of an out? With a runner on third, it could be a sacrifice fly. Ground ball comeback of the pitcher. With a runner on third, runner holds. So played nicely by Sadecki. Throws over to first, looks the runner back to third. And that's 2 outs. And now it's Eddie Kranepool. 2 outs. Infield is regular depth. It's an 8 to 65. That's going to be a home run off the pitcher. So home run off the pitcher is going to be a 1 to 5. 1 to 5 is a home run. And it's a 15, so it's a fly ball center field, and that retires the side. But the Mets pick up a run on a hit. And it's that simple. This is Fall Classic Baseball. Plays very, very easy, very smoothly. It's 3-0 Mets. Seaver's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he becomes an A. Seaver's an A pitcher now. got 7 complete shutout innings. A 5 makes you a B, 7 makes you an A. And now it's Tito. No, actually, it's Hallinier. Hallinier is up. Let's pull a card. And that is an 8, 46. 46 is ballpark. Pull the ballpark card and we throw a D20. He's a right-handed hitter. So we look on the right-handed side. That's a 10, and that's popped up. First baseman. Kranepool is there for the out. Tito Fuentes is next. Here's a pitch from Terrific. 8 is a 53. Let's see what we get. It's a 4, and that is going to be, Tom's an A. That is a strikeout, so we don't have to go anywhere. All right, with 3-0, Ray Sadecki going to bring in a pinch hitter. Let's do this quickly. I'm going to look for somebody who has a ton of at-bats. Let's see. You get a lot of cards with this game. I'll look for somebody with at-bats, and then I'll pick a relief pitcher. Bob Schroeder, he is an infielder. He can hit. He's a lefty. That works. And I just need a pitcher. Bill Henry, he's a lefty. Do we have any lefties coming up? No. And we'll bring in Ron Herbal Essence. All right, so we're going to get Herbal. And what will Herbal be? Let's roll to find out. He'll be an A pitcher. And Herbal can go, it's on his card, 15 batters. Bottom, lower left, you can see that right there, 15. So you can go 15 batters in relief. And we're going to bring in Schroeder, a lefty, to hit for Sadecki. So let's write him in. All right. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. He's an A pitcher now. It's an 8.65. 65 is an out, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. Again, to find the out, just flip the card. Top of the 9th. New pitcher. It's going to be Herbal. Herbal is went 4 and 5 with a 1.2. The thing that I would suggest is adding the ERA. It's always nice to see, even though the WHIP is more important than the ERA. I realize that, but it's just something that we usually see, the ERA. All right, so it's Jerry Grody. Let's finish up our tutorial. Went a little bit longer than normal. It's going to be a 9-33 is a good ball up the middle, and Hallinier gets to it. Over to first, throws out Torrey. Here's Tom Seaver. Here's a pitch from Ron Herbal. And a 9 is a 35. 35 is a blank. We look under an A pitcher, and that is a single, 1-12. And it's a 12, so it's a base hit for Seaver. Seaver's on at first, and up comes Buddy Harrelson. Pitch from Ron Herbal. That's a 9. It's a 55. 55 is a base hit single. Let's see what Seaver does with this. Lower right-hand corner of the card. Lower right-hand corner. It's going to see base hit. First to third, runner holds. So Seaver's going to stop at second. Harrelson would have been able to steal had Seaver gone to third. First and second, Phil Linz. We're looking at column 9, 36. 36 is going to be a blank. We go to an A pitcher. 36 is an out on the ground, so this could be a double play. An out on the ground, that's going to force us to go to the charts because I don't know where that is on the cards. So we're going to look at the out chart with runner on first and second to see what that G means. I'm looking at a potential double play here for sure. So I'm looking at the charts. I'm looking for runners on first and second. I gotta get these charts in a book so that they stay neat and clean and organized. Out chart, runners on first and third. Out chart, runner on third. Base is empty. Out chart, runners on out chart, first and second. And if it's a G, it says then go to G, then all outs on the out chart are now ground outs. A right-handed batter, which Phil Linz is a right-handed batter, is code 6. Code 6 says ground out to short. White die is a 1. What was the white die? No, white die is a 6. So it's not, white die is not a 1. And that's right here. We're looking at this chart. So ground out G, it says it's a ground out. So use code 6. Code 6 is ground out. If it's a 1, it's a fielder's choice. Oh no, it's runner's advance. If not, it's a fielder's choice. And then S, strong arm, starts a double play. So does Linear have a strong arm? No, he has an average arm. So it's going to be a 6-4. 6-4 fielder's choice. And it's going to put runners on first and third. And here's a Charles. Here's a pitch from Herbal. 9 is a 33, and that is a drive. Will it get cut off? Oh, let's roll that D20. So 1 is a triple. Otherwise, it's a single. 14 is a base hit. Single. Cut off by the center fielder, Willie Mays. And we're going to see one run scores for sure. The other one, run on risk. And risk is 1, 2, 3. He's out. 4, 5, 6, something like that. Let's see, first and third, one with risk. It's somewhere on the card that I don't know where, but let's see what. Let me see. Runners on first and third. Does it say, okay, run with risk. Roll a D6. S arm. The ball is to the left fielder. The left fielder's arm is an A. So A arm throws out runner 1 to 3. That's what I said, 1 to 3. Let's see what happens. And he is safe. So first and third, RBI single. And the Mets are up 4-0. And now it's Tommy Davis. So Herbal probably pitched to one more batter. Let's see what happens. The ninth, it's going to be a 13. 13 is an out, and that retires a side. If you want to know what kind of an out that was, just pull a card. It's a fly out to left. We're in the bottom of the ninth. This is last licks. 1 run on 3 hits for the Mets, and they're up 4-0. Seaver's an A pitcher. Jesus Alou is up. It's the top of the order. Jesus Alou, Etheridge, and Mays. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. It's a 46. 46 is ballpark. Remember what we do on the ballpark card. We look at the batter's side. There's a righty, and we look at a 6. A righty 6 is going to be a roll again. Pull another card. And I think roll again. I'm not sure if roll again means roll on the ballpark card or roll on the, I think it's just a new pitch. So we pull the new pitch to 55, and that is going to be line base hit. So Seaver gives up a leadoff single here in the ninth to Alou. Next batter is Etheridge. Here's the pitch from Seaver. It's a 25. Let's see if we can get a double play. It's an out. It's a fly to right. Out number 1. Next is Willie Davis. Willie Mays. That's a 9. It's a 24. 24 is a hit by pitch 1 to 3. And it's an 8, so it's going to be an out. What kind of an out? It's a ground ball second base. Only one play, and that's the first. Runner will move up to second. 2 outs, runner on second base. So Seaver's 1 out away from a shutout here in our tutorial. And Jim Ray Hart, that's a 9. It's a 33. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to drive in a run. He's at second base, though, right? He's at second base. 33. It's going to be a single. Let's see if he does drive in the run. Could just say hold. 2-4. Fast advances. And he is fast, so that's a run. So there goes Seaver's shutout. Too bad. RBI. Jim Ray Hart comes through with a single, breaks up Seaver's shutout. Too bad. And here's a pitch to Jack Hyatt. A 9 is a 36. 36 is a blank. 36 against an A pitcher is an out, and that's the ball game. Game over. So Seaver loses the shutout in the ninth. 1 run on 2 hits. And 4 hits. 4-hitter. And the Mets had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They had 9 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 hits. 4 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Mets. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Giants. This is CP Cards and Dice. This is Fall Classic Baseball. Check it out. It's a great game. As you can see, it plays easy, super duper easy. And you will continue to see it on my channel. I got 2 more. I got 8, 9, and 10. 3 more tutorials to go. Take care, guys.